Look, we all know attraction is about more than just looks. It's about that spark, that connection, that feeling you get when someone just you. And while a lot of guys focus on the physical, the six-pack, the perfect outfit, they're missing a secret weapon, their voice. Did you know that a woman can be turned on before you ever lay a finger on her? In fact, your voice, how you speak, the tone, the rhythm, can flip a switch in her mind and body. Yeah, it's that powerful. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to turn a woman on with your voice, step by step. No gimmicks, no weird pickup lines, just real smooth game you can use tonight. Guys, I'm not talking about channeling your inner Barry White here. It's not about being fake or putting on an act. It's about tapping into a deeper, more resonant part of yourself. Think about it. When a man speaks from his chest, from that place of confidence and self-assuredness, it's naturally attractive. It conveys strength, stability, and a quiet power that women find incredibly alluring. And the best part is, it's a simple shift you can make right now. Try this. Take a deep breath, feel your chest expand, and say, "Hey, I've been thinking about you today." Now say the same thing again, but this time, focus on speaking from your throat. Notice the difference? When you speak from your chest, your voice takes on a richer, more resonant quality. It's like the difference between a cheap radio and a high-fidelity sound system. You're literally vibrating on a different frequency, and trust me, she'll feel it. This isn't about trying to sound like someone you're not. It's about owning your presence, commanding attention without even raising your voice. It's about that quiet confidence that says, "I'm comfortable in my own skin, and I want you to be comfortable in it too." Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if my voice is naturally high-pitched? Don't worry, man. This isn't about drastically changing your voice. It's about finding that sweet spot where you feel most confident and grounded. Experiment with it. Practice speaking from your chest, even when you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes in how you feel, and how others perceive you. Remember, your voice is an instrument, and like any instrument, it takes practice to master. But once you do, you'll be able to use it to create the kind of attraction that draws people in, that makes them want to lean closer and listen to every word you say. So ditch the high-pitched, nervous chatter and embrace the power of your lower register. Trust me, your love life will thank you for it. Have you ever noticed how often we rush our words when we're nervous or trying to impress someone? It's like we think that if we cram enough words into a sentence, she'll be so overwhelmed that she won't notice our insecurities. But here's the thing, speed kills intimacy. Think about it. When you're truly present with someone, when you're genuinely interested in what they have to say, you naturally slow down. You savor the conversation, you let the silences hang in the air, and you create a space for real connection to happen. Slowing down your speech isn't just about speaking slower. It's about being more deliberate with your words. It's about pausing for effect, letting your words sink in, and giving her the space to really feel the weight of what you're saying. Watch this. I want you to hear something. Feel that? That pause. That's power. It creates anticipation, it builds tension, and it makes her lean in, eager to hear what you're going to say next. Now, I'm not saying you should speak in slow motion all the time. That would just be weird. But by consciously slowing down your pace, you create a sense of intimacy and importance around your words. You're essentially saying, what I have to say is worth listening to, it's worth taking your time with. And here's a little secret. When you slow down, you give yourself time to think. You're less likely to stumble over your words or say something you regret. You come across as more confident, more self-assured, and more in control. So, next time you're talking to a woman you're attracted to, resist the urge to rush. Take a breath, slow down your cadence, and let your words land with intention. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes. Chapter 3. Use vocal texture. Let's be real. A monotone voice is about as exciting as watching paint dry. It's flat, it's lifeless, and it makes you sound like you're reading from a script. And trust me, no one wants to feel like they're listening to a robot. This is where vocal texture comes in. It's about adding those subtle nuances to your voice that make it sound rich, engaging, and undeniably attractive. Think about how you speak when you're feeling relaxed and comfortable. Maybe it's when you're with close friends, or maybe it's late at night when you're feeling a little bit more vulnerable. There's a certain raspy quality to your voice in those moments, a slight huskiness that's incredibly alluring. It's like you're letting her in on a secret, sharing something personal and intimate that you wouldn't tell just anyone. Now, I'm not suggesting you start whispering everything you say. It's about finding that sweet spot between being clear and articulate and adding just a touch of that raspy, intimate tone. One way to achieve this is to imagine you're speaking directly into her ear. This naturally softens your voice, adds a bit of warmth, and creates a sense of closeness and intimacy. Another technique is to pay attention to the way you breathe when you speak. When you're feeling relaxed and confident, your breath tends to be deeper and more controlled. This, in turn, affects the quality of your voice, making it sound richer and more resonant. Remember, your voice is an extension of your emotions. When you're feeling confident, relaxed, and genuinely interested in the person you're talking to, your voice will naturally reflect that. So, ditch the monotone and embrace the power of vocal texture. It's one of the simplest yet most effective ways to add a touch of magic to your conversations and make her feel like she's the only person in the room. Chapter 4. Intentional Silences. In a world obsessed with filling every silence with noise, mastering the art of the pause is a game changer. Think about it. A well-placed silence can be more powerful than 1,000 words. It creates intrigue, builds suspense, and allows the other person to truly absorb the weight of what you've just said. Imagine this. You're having a great conversation with a woman you're attracted to. You've been flirting, you've made her laugh, and you can tell there's a spark between you. You lean in close and say, "You know, you're absolutely captivating," and then silence. You hold her gaze, letting the weight of your words hang in the air. Trust me, in that moment she's feeling a million different emotions. Intrigue, excitement, maybe even a little bit of nervousness. And all because you had the confidence to embrace the silence. Intentional silences are powerful because they create a vacuum that demands to be filled. They force the other person to engage with you on a deeper level, to really think about what you've said, and to anticipate what you're going to say next. But here's the key. Your silences should never feel awkward or forced. They should be deliberate, purposeful, and used strategically to enhance your message. A good rule of thumb is to pause after you've said something particularly engaging, provocative, or even a little bit daring. This gives her a moment to process your words and allows the tension to build. Remember, silence is a tool, and like any tool, it's all about using it effectively. So, embrace the power of the pause and watch as your conversations become more engaging, more intimate, and infinitely more alluring. Chapter 5. The Whisper Trick. Alright, gentlemen, this next technique is not for the faint of heart. It's for those moments when you want to take things to the next level, to create an instant surge of intimacy that will leave her wanting more. I call it the whisper trick. Now, before we dive in, let me be clear, this isn't about whispering everything you say. That would just be creepy. This is about using the power of proximity and a low, intimate tone to create an almost irresistible sense of connection. Imagine this. You're out with a woman you're attracted to, maybe at a bar or a party. The music is playing, people are talking, but you've managed to carve out a little bubble of intimacy amidst the chaos. You lean in close, as if you're about to share a secret, and whisper something simple, yet incredibly charged, like, "You have no idea what you do to me." The key here is to keep it short, sweet, and loaded with subtext. You're not giving her all the answers, you're leaving her wanting more. You're letting her imagination run wild with possibilities. The whisper trick works because it bypasses her logical mind and goes straight to her emotions. It's primal, it's intimate, and it creates a sense of complicity between you, as if you're sharing something secret and forbidden. But a word of caution, timing is everything. You don't want to whip out the whisper trick too early in the interaction. Save it for when you've already established a connection, when you can feel the heat between you, and when you're ready to take things to the next level. Remember, whispering is an art form. It's about finding the right balance between intimacy and intrigue, between revealing too much and leaving her wanting more. So, use it wisely, gentlemen, and prepare to be amazed by the results. Outro. Your voice is a weapon, but only if you use it right. Start experimenting with tone, pacing, and silence, and you'll notice a shift, not just in how women respond, but how you feel in your own skin. You'll walk taller, speak with more confidence, and command attention without even raising your voice. Remember, attraction is a dance, and your voice is the music that sets the mood. So turn up the volume on your masculinity, embrace the power of your voice, and watch as the women in your life can't help but move to your rhythm. If you want more real advice on attraction, dating, and communication, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. What's the sexiest thing someone's ever said to you? I might use it in the next video.